Taylor Swift responded to Donald Trump by laughing with her friends. When Trump said he likes Taylor's music 25% less, everyone thought Taylor will never respond to him. But here's what happened just the next day.
Donald Trump likes my music 25% less.
Here's where other people...
What do you have to say to Taylor Swift now that she's in politics?
Let's say that I like Taylor's music about 25% less now, okay?
For Tan Marino, he started by lashing out at Taylor Swift. He posted, "I signed and was responsible for the Music Modernization Act for Taylor Swift and all other music artists. Joe Biden didn't do anything for Taylor and never will. There's no way she can endorse crooked Joe Biden, the worst and most corrupt president in the history of our country, and be disloyal to the man who made her so much money."
It began with a pop star, a stage, in a moment nobody expected. Taylor Swift stood under bright lights holding a shining trophy and delivered a line that quietly shook political halls far beyond the arena. At the same time, miles away, Jimmy Kimmel turned late-night comedy into something sharper, exposing power through humor and truth. Two voices, two stages, and one reminder. When authority forgets accountability, culture speaks louder. If you support Jimmy Kimmel and Taylor Swift, like, subscribe, and tell us one quality you admire most about them in the comments.
What does President Trump mean when he says that Taylor Swift is no longer hot?
Look, he is speaking about Taylor Swift's political views and how perhaps it has impacted the support of the American public for her work, and I will leave it at that.
The biggest pop culture news of the year broke while we were in this cabinet meeting. Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift are engaged, and the world wants your reaction, sir.
Well, I wish him a lot of luck.
Oh.
No, I think it's. I think he's a great player. I think he's a great guy, and I think that she's a terrific person. So I wish them a lot of luck.
August 26, 2019. The MTV Video Music Awards crowd buzzes with energy as Taylor Swift walks on stage to accept Video of the Year for You Need to Calm Down. Wearing a bold rainbow blazer, she signals that this speech will be more than celebration. Smiling confidently, she lifts the trophy and points viewers toward a petition supporting the Equality Act, already carrying hundreds of thousands of signatures, urging the White House to stand for equal rights.
President Donald Trump isn't shaking off his bad blood with Taylor Swift. The commander-in-chief once again sounded off on the music icon, this time in a Truth Social post that doubled down on his now viral swipe at her from the 2024 election. Has anyone noticed that since I said I hate Taylor Swift, she's no longer hot? He wrote on May 16th, referencing his original reaction to the singer endorsing Trump's opponent, Kamala Harris. Though Swift rarely mentions Trump by name, she did express concern about AI-generated images he had shared during his campaign that falsely depicted her supporting him for president. She told Instagram followers at the time that she wanted to publicly clarify her ballot choice to dispel any misinformation. The post has generated more than 11 million likes to date, while Trump openly shared his preference for Swift's friend and fellow Chiefs wag, Brittany Mahomes.
Out of nowhere, after the debate last night, Taylor Swift endorsed Kamala Harris. What do you think?
Well, I actually like Mrs. I actually like Mrs. Mahomes much better, if you want to know the truth. She's a big Trump fan. I was not a Taylor Swift fan. It was just a question of time. You couldn't possibly endorse Biden. You look at Biden, you couldn't possibly endorse him. But she's a very liberal person. She seems to always endorse a Democrat, and she'll probably pay a price for it at in the marketplace. But no, I like Brittany. I think Brittany's great. Brittany got a lot of news last week. She's a big MAGA fan. That's the one I like much better than Taylor Swift.
Then she makes a simple gesture, tapping her wrist as if checking the time. We'd really like to see you respond. The audience erupts. Calm, precise, and impossible to ignore, the moment corners the administration in seconds. The petition tied to her campaign directly challenged policies resisting expanded LGBTQ civil rights protections. This wasn't outrage, it was strategy. A perfectly timed push delivered live, leaving no room for silence.
Because on Friday, out of nowhere, Trump posted, "Has anyone noticed that since I said I hate Taylor Swift, she's no longer hot?" Wow. Wow. First of all, sir, keep my best friend Taylor Swift's name out.
And the other thing, just from a security
So you
standpoint,
think
Taylor Swift comes out against Trump.
I don't care if they write that. I'm sad that I didn't 2 years ago, but I can't change that. I'm saying right now that this is something that I know is right, and you guys, I need to be on the right side of history. And if he doesn't win, then at least I tried.
Taylor, here's the problem.
I just want to read you what I wrote, and I'm going to try to start. I just really want you to know that this is important to me.
I
this
totally
is something
agree
that,
with the issue.
The next morning, the response finally came. A White House spokesperson confirmed opposition to the Equality Act in its current form. In one speech, Swift achieved what endless headlines could not, forcing an official reaction on record. Major outlets quickly echoed the same message. A pop star had triggered a political response on live television. The clip soon became one of the most replayed award show moments of the decade.
This is a man who literally hours before this happened posted on Truth Social the words, "I hate Taylor Swift." Somebody sent this to me. I thought it was a joke. I was like, oh, that can't be real. It was real. Which, I was thinking about it. I want to kind of go through and visualize the thought process that went into A, thinking this, B, writing this, and C, posting it, okay? So it's Sunday morning, it's 7:40 a.m. Trump just wolfed down a plate of ketchup and eggs with 9 strips of limp steamer tray bacon that no one can afford to eat anymore because of Biden. And he's ready to go play 18 holes. He's ready. He's got 3 TVs on. He's looking at his phone. Melania is somewhere. He has no idea. Hasn't seen her for weeks, but he's scrolling through Newsmax on Twitter, and he sees a story about how many people registered to vote when Taylor endorsed Kamala Harris, and he's pissed.
If you believe music can hold power accountable faster than traditional politics, hit like now, because this was only the beginning. Commentators began calling it the Swift effect. She never mentioned Donald Trump by name, yet the message was unmistakable. The Equality Act stalled amid political resistance, and within days the petition surged past 600,000 signatures, proving how quickly culture can mobilize attention.
I really hope it actually does something. But you know what? Donald Trump likes my music 25% less.
Let's say that I like Taylor's music about 25% less now, okay?
Or somebody that I don't know, but you're taking shots at me like it's Patron, and I'm just like, damn, it's 7 a.m.
Well, moments after we taped our show last night, the Mad Red Hatter wrote, "I can't believe ABC Fake News gave Jimmy Kimmel his job back." You can't believe they gave me my job back. I can't believe we gave you your job back.
Even senior advisor Kellyanne Conway weighed in during a Fox interview, praising the song's beat while criticizing the message. The irony was clear, political figures responding to an acceptance speech like a policy debate. Soon after, Jimmy Kimmel entered the story. 2 weeks later, the country faced what became known as Sharpiegate. During a hurricane briefing, the president displayed a forecast map marked with a suspicious black line.
House was told by ABC that his show was canceled. No, they weren't. Something happened between then and now because his audience is gone and his talent was never there. That I can't argue with. Shut the up. The freedom of speech is only for me. Do not interrupt the president. Why would they want someone back who does so poorly, who's not funny, and who puts the network in jeopardy by playing 99% positive Democrat garbage? Who puts the network in jeopardy? You hear that? There's the threat again. This time straight from FCC Biscuit's mouth. He goes, He says, I think we're going to test ABC out on this. Let's see how we do. Last time I went after them, they gave me $16 million. This one sounds even more lucrative. A true bunch of losers. Only Donald Trump would try to prove he wasn't threatening ABC by threatening ABC.
The drawing appeared to support an earlier claim that Alabama was in the storm's path. Meteorologists quickly disproved it, but that night, Kimmel transformed the incident into a cultural moment. Calling the segment Donald and the Magic Sharpie, he compared the official hurricane map with the altered version. The joke landed, but beneath the laughter was a heavier realization about truth and authority.
Donald Trump emerged the winner on Super Bowl Sunday as a distraught Taylor Swift watched the Kansas City Chiefs collapse against the Philadelphia Eagles. Swift was roundly booed when she appeared on the big screen. And Trump seized on the moment, firing off a Truth Social post that contrasted her jeers with his cheers. Trump stole more headlines when he departed the game early in the ultimate power move. He couldn't resist a final dig at Swift as he flew over the newly named Gulf of America. The only one that had a tougher night than the Kansas City Chiefs was Taylor Swift. She got booed out of the stadium. MAGA is very unforgiving.
Kimmel's approach was simple: show the footage and let reality speak for itself. No exaggeration, no slogans, just evidence placed under a spotlight. By replaying the visuals, he ensured the moment couldn't quietly disappear. Then came 2020, when the world changed overnight. As the pandemic spread, political briefings became must-watch television, and another moment pushed satire into serious territory. April 23, 2020.
It's possible, hear me out, it's possible people are talking about her a little less these days because her 149-date Eras Tour ended 6 months ago. Have you noticed how she hasn't gone to Kansas City Chiefs games since February? Am I the only one? Also, Taylor hasn't gotten a single Christmas present all spring. Santa hates you, Tay-Tay. By the way, I fired Santa, and Marco Rubio will be serving as interim Saint Nick.
And you almost have to feel sorry for the people who work for him, who try to clean up the messes. They've been bending over backwards to say, oh, he never threatened. J.D. Vance today made the claim that what the FCC chairman said was a joke, which, I don't know, maybe that was a joke? I don't know. They go to all these lengths to say, oh, it wasn't coercion, the president was just musing. And then the second Trump is alone, he sits on the toilet, he gets his grubby little thumbs on his phone, and he immediately blows their excuses to smithereens and says, it was ratings that got me fired. Has anyone ever been fired for bad ratings on a Wednesday?
During a COVID briefing, the president publicly speculated about using disinfectant or ultraviolet light inside the human body. Within hours, doctors, poison control centers, and media outlets rushed to clarify the danger. That evening, broadcasting from home, Jimmy Kimmel replayed the clip in silence before finally speaking. With a tired sigh, he said, "Usually when a president tells people to inject something, it's hope."